This video is going to show you some basic functionality within a screen. So within the search box, we're going to search for the email screen. And I'm going to click on that. When you come into a screen, if it's one that requires an ID number and you don't know the person's ID number, you can click the ellipses button in order to perform a search. Now you would click on Person Search. And now this is the search screen. You notice in the upper right hand corner is where notifications will appear when you come into a screen. To toggle them on and off, you just need to click on that button right there where it's displaying them. So within the search screen, we're going to say that we want to search by last name, and we want it to start with BIGW. And you'll notice here that there's a button that says Case Insensitive Query or Case Sensitive Query. You can toggle between the two, but it's best to just keep it at Case Insensitive so it won't matter what's upper or lower case when it's doing the search on that last name field. Now you would click Go. The results it returns back are any records that have a last name that starts with BIGW. So say this returned hundreds of rows and you wanted to narrow it down further. What you can then do is click on the Filter Again button, and then you would add another field. You'll leave the last name field there in the search criteria, and we're going to add the first name. And we're going to say the first name contains CHRIS. And then I'm going to hit Enter, because you can do Enter or click Go. Now it narrowed down to one record. And this is the person that I wanted. So you can either double click on the ID number field, or you can go over and click the select button in the lower right corner. Now that the ID number is displayed there, you're going to want to see all of the email addresses. So now you will click the Go button. Now it's displaying all of those records. And you can see here there's 4 different email addresses. If you wanted to filter within this screen, you can click on the filter button here, and it will filter the records that are being displayed to you. So now if I did that, I added another field and I chose email type, and I want the email type to equal home. Since there's no option here for case insensitive or case sensitive, you're going to want to do the exact case of how it was displayed on the previous screen, and click Go. Now you can see it just filtered this down to the 2 home email address types that existed on this ID number. You'll know a filter exists when the button is here that says Filter Again. To remove the filter, you just need to click on the little small X next to the Filter Again button that says Close, and that will remove any filter on the screen. Now, if you wanted to insert a new record in here, that you had a new email address for someone, you would click the button Insert. Excuse me. And it will then add the empty record there. So now what you want to do is you're going to click on the ellipses to search for the email types, and that validation pop-up appears. And so say we wanted to now choose the other email address. You can click on it and choose OK, or you could have just double-clicked on Other, and it will then choose that. It places it on the screen, and it positions you ready to enter the new email address. And now that you've typed it in and added a new email address, you must remember to click Save so it will save your changes. You know it saved successfully because of the notification in the upper right-hand corner that said it saved successfully. Say there is another one that you wanted to do that was very similar, so you wanted to just copy that row and then make a change. You can click the Copy record. It copies that entire row, and so then you can come over here and say, well, this was actually test 2 because they have 2 different email addresses. And now I will click Save. It says Save Changes Successfully. And now that we've done that, you can see that what it's displaying here is the first 5 email addresses. And the options at the bottom of the screen are showing that it will display 5 per page. If someone had a lot more email addresses, the default is 5 per page, but you could change it while you're in here to display more. So when I chose 10, it's now displaying them all here on one screen. If I went back to the 5, now it's showing 5, but you can see that it's showing only page 1 of 2. To get to the next page, you would click the arrow here in order to get to that next email address. And this button here brings you to the very beginning if there were multiple pages, and this button here will bring you to the end if there was multiple pages displaying here. And this is the basic functionality while you're on a screen. Thank you.